If it's Geppetto and um, you're on strings, that means you're not real. Okay, so if you want to say to me, what are you so scared of, Alyssa? It's Geppetto and they're all on strings. That means you're literally not a real boy. That means you're literally made out of wood and your name is Pinocchio and your nose grows every time you lie. I mean, who are we talking to here? I've got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret, to make me frown. I've got strings. Dun, dun, dun. There are no strings on me. That movie like scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, and then I tried to watch the newer one, and same thing, and I like watched it when I was an adult, obviously, because I think it's like pretty new. And I tried to watch it, and same thing, I got like scared shitless, like I don't know, like 20 minutes into it or something. Isn't that funny? My own reality scares the shit out of me because, like, I feel so bad for you guys that aren't real and that are on strings. And you know what? I think my dad does let me like experience all of it because I did see like strings on myself for like a second at one point, and I was like, "Oh, I am on strings." And the same thing for the Ghostville when I walked outside and then I stepped into 4.0 uh Ghostland like dimension 4 dash O, O for donuts, meaning you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And then you just use all of the energy in that force field and you don't spiral up or spiral down and you become a ghost. And uh so my dad let me experience that like super quickly. I was like I was outside and I was looking at all the stars and they were like all different colors again, and I was so like blown away by this, like the stars were like lighting up with like different jewel colors. This was before the spaceships, so this must have been like pretty like soon after I moved in. And because the sky was like still opening up and like still acting sort of the same from Kenosha. And so I walked around this side of the house and I was looking at the stars, and then I looked at the factory behind my house, and then it was like all of the energy was just like sucked out. Like there was nothing there. You know, like how they always say that there's nothing there, there's nothing there. So that's how we feel when you get trapped in your void, Alyssa. Yeah, when I get trapped in my void, it's like the worst thing ever. Um, I hate when I get trapped in my void because okay, so that was me being sent to my void then. But I was just sent to my void down here, and that was a while ago. And I probably was put on the operating table like right after that because that's how it works. um, I think it was before the shadow integration self. That's the World War III downloads. It was also like a lot of shadow integration. Um, that's what started the integration of Julian Smith's shadow side um, when we dropped. So like yeah, they're like getting anyway. Okay, you guys are um I don't even know who I'm channeling right now, but anyway, so yeah, like I said yesterday, I think I said this yesterday. Last year the Silver Surfer group caught up, and obviously some of the Silver Surfer group was at my work, and they caught up to us, the gold group, and that pushed us out of our bubble, because we could hold the bubble. And also it was like a bunch of things happening at once. Okay, so it doesn't mean like, oh, because they didn't listen, they popped us out of our bubble. And now you're saying, um, because the Silver Surfer group caught up to us, that popped us out of our bubble. So which one was it? It's sort of like the Silver Surfer group caught up to us and they have so much pain body. Where's my little green sweater? Hold on. Oh, by the way, if you cancel Disney Plus, um, they come back to an offer for like 99 cents a month or something crazy like that. Oh my God, that triggered Disney. But like, how fucked up is that? Like, Disney Plus is like, ugh. You see all the reactions? It's because Disney's listening in and they hear me. And anyway, so it's like they were stealing $10 a month. Disney was stealing $10 a month. And oh my God. Disney was stealing $10 a month and they don't want to pay for the consequences. But anyway, if you cancel your Disney Plus, I canceled my Disney Plus actually obviously because I ran out of money. And then like I don't know if I have the screenshot, but I did take a screenshot of it. Um, Disney, I don't know if I have it. Let me see screenshots. Screenshots. I got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret, to make me frown. I had strings, but now you see there are no strings on me. Dun, 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 dun. Got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret, make me run. There are no strings on me. This is what Kuba looks like. Can you guys see it? Not really. He's another version of Link. Okay, I did the screenshot by accident. Dun, 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 dun. Why did I take a screenshot of Aaron? I don't think I meant to. Okay, I thought I took a screenshot of it, but I don't see it. But I do see Hayden. All right, so anyway, um, yeah, so if you cancel your Disney Plus, they will probably give you a prescription for 99 cents. Look, it's me and Tom Hardy as Palladians. There we are. Alyssa and Tom. She has the hood. She has the two-finger forehead. Tom has the four-finger forehead on this. This is also Cuba. They're basically the same person. I mean, they're like a little different, but they're like a lot. They're like a lot alike. Okay, so rapid eye movement. I just lost all of my train of thought. Um, okay, what else? I lost all my train of thought. Maybe I don't have anything to talk about today, this morning. I finally got my period. So it was 15 days late. Remember, guys, when I was like, oh my God, I'm getting my period? So my period was 15 days late. I was running out of women's sanitary products. Why don't you talk about Gary Vee hunting us and the lower realms combining with Andromeda to inform Andromu and all of the men's crazy eyes? Okay, that is what I was going to talk about today. Anyway, so my period waited 15 days because I was running out of sanitary products, and my mom went and got me some, but no vapes and no wine. But she got me sanitary products, and I guess it was making the alarm go off. So she finally went and got them, and my period finally came. Because if Alyssa gets old, the simulation gets old, right? So I have to kind of get my period unless you want to get the simulation to get old, unless you want to admit that time isn't real, unless you want to admit that aging isn't real, unless you want to admit that my space activator is real, that my tech is real, and that I can make babies with just my technology and my energy, because that's how I really make babies, like this. And I push my energy out. And then I form the little baby crystal like that. And that's how babies are made from God. Okay, wait. I got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret, to make me frown. I didn't write anything down yesterday. Okay. Yeah, so Andromu, Gary Vee. Okay, so Gary Vee is like my first Andromedan brother. I kind of want to say that Gary and I had very similar parallel life paths. Gary Vaynerchuk, what's up? Um, we had very similar life paths. We're both like East Coast people. We're both he's like immigrant family, and I'm like first generation Italian basically. But it's very similar in like thought form and like old world thinking and stuff like that. And like the man of the household is in charge, and like the man makes the money, and the wife is the housekeeper. Like the wife is the what do they call it? Homemaker, not housekeeper, the homemaker. Oh my God, it's so insulting to call a mother a housekeeper. I mean, what about the housekeepers, right? That's what we're all thinking. I gotta stop with these ums. It's like so LA of me, but anyway. Sir, sir, that's like Australian. That's why I do that. I've had Australian friends in my life. And sir, sir, sir. Anyway, um, sir, nar, nar, sir. They don't really say put another shrimp on the bobby that often. Put another shrimp on the bobby, mate. My Aussie friends. I like Australians because they're literally batshit crazy. Because Australia used to just be a jail for the UK. Did you guys know that? Well, it's indigenous and the indigenous, but there's indigenous, and I think it was literally just a jail for like bad people from the UK that got like sentenced or whatever. They just got shipped off to Australia. So it's just like a bunch of like um convicted criminals that started Australia. So they're all freaking nuts. Okay, so Sar I can't even think straight. Okay, so Andramu and Gary V. So we have very similar life paths, like East Coast kids growing up, hardworking families, hardworking parents, like not like blue collar, but just like bootstrapping, I guess, is more of like the term for people like Gary V and me. Like, my eyes are lighting up again, bright purple. Whoa, did you guys see that? I'll have to play that back to see if it was just like light, but it looked like a sort of like a blade. So growing up in like financial district, like that, just like being at the forefront of our mind, like financial district, capitalism, boss babe, type A, alpha, like not alpha male, but like, because Gary Vee's not like that, and I'm not like that either. But it's just like type A, like be your own boss. Like, even though I never was like really successful as like being my own boss, but I was more successful in corporate. But um, he's like, Alyssa found her stride in corporate. So, and that is also being your own boss. Oh, okay. Thanks, Gary. See, Gary's so sweet, guys. Like, anyway, why are we even talking like this? It's so funny. But because literally none of this matters, so that's why it's funny. But anyway, so just like he's just like a really super nice guy, and he's also visited me spiritually a few times the last time this happened, and just like really freaking like nice person. And so anyway, him and I always said we were from Andromeda, even though like people are like Palladian, da da da, like all this other thing or whatever. So I think he's like one of the first boys to get abducted to become an Andromedan, and that's because capitalism and the lack of community and the lack of self love on planet Earth, and they replace it with this boss babe mentality that you have to like take care of yourself and be successful, and that's literally the only thing that matters on planet Earth. And it has made it one gigantic commercial of stupidity and fame. And obviously Gary Vee, I want to say was like the first one to notice that like right away, like what a scam it was and stuff. And because his family was extremely successful in selling wine. And here we go, probably the wine codes that I need. Because I don't know, if you don't know Gary Vee's story, he um, has a very successful like wine shop. I think I'm pretty sure he's actually from New Jersey, and he has his family's wine shop in New Jersey, and he grew up working at his family's wine company, and from the ground up, and like that's how he I think he started on YouTube too, like doing like wine tastings, to start like marketing for like his family shop. But he started just like moving boxes around, like working the register, like very humble beginnings. Like, I'm obviously talking like one of the stupid bitch club people, because I would never talk like this because you guys look like actual fools, and like it's very condescending and blah 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 blah. Okay, so anyway, he's just a very cool individual, and you wouldn't get it. So I think that because I think most of the girls have gotten abducted already, and we've already seen their eyes glow pink. And I'm not sure if I brought that up on here or not. And I've never seen my eyes glow pink, but my eyes do glow bright purple, which is the crown, by the way. And that's like when I am actually getting my crown codes back so that I can take over planet Earth. But Andromeda is a galaxy far, far away that you cannot reach and you cannot mine from. And so we're safe there to inhabit um, until the worst case scenario happens, and we have to take over planet Earth in a forceful manner by a space apocalypse and having the Andromedan aliens take over planet Earth to protect me, the queen, because you ain't listening and putting me in my goddamn fucking castle. And I don't know how many times I gotta fucking say this shit, you know? All my financial bros are in on this shit, okay? So if you're like out there watching the stock exchange, you're out there watching the 401k, and you're in the Wolverine group, I guess who runs the stock market? Not Wolverine, okay? It's Gary V, my brother, okay? So you need to understand that right now. All of your financial 401ks and your freaking stock exchange and your hedge funds and everything and your social security checks and on your welfare checks and all that shit, that shit's power dynamic is not run by Wolverine. It's run by my brothers, okay? So and me, okay? It's run there's also a lot of one lists in there. But the financial district is run by us, okay? No one else. So if you think like you can get away with this, like making us work for capitalism, making us work for money that's fake and da 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 da, you're wrong, okay? Because we already run that shit, and they're the ones that are going to Andromeda. How was the first time I seized capitalism? 9/11. That was the financial district. That was the Twin Towers. Okay, that's Wall Street. Okay, so um, it's always been run by like Gavin Newsom's, who's completely, obviously, clearly in on it. Okay, so it's not run by Wolverine. Um, yeah. So the pink, because where am I sitting? Like you guys, like don't talk to me. Like don't talk to me. So what are you worried for? Where am I sitting? Why are my brothers and sisters working? You know, that's just you're not allowed to talk. Like you're gonna become a mute. Like I don't want to hear people. You're not allowed to argue against the queen. It's freaking treason. Gary Vee's like, she's not getting angry this morning. I am. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of fake Gary V's obviously out there as well. Who he is eating currently. Anyway, so right, because we're not that straggly, right? And that's why they're like, Alyssa needs her wine, Alyssa needs her fast food, okay? Otherwise, she's going to become an Andromedan again. We have very skinny, scraggly bodies because we do not need to lift weights to be strong because we know that Alyssa, God, is the one that brings us strength. I'm the one that brings them strength, okay? And they just need some goo. That's all they need, okay? To bring themselves strength. So, is anyone else listening to Alyssa this morning and freaking out? What are you freaking out about? Only the Andromedan body is safe? What? Am I in my castle, sweet, extremely smart Shanna? Am I in my castle, Shanna? Okay. Have you answered your own question this morning, dear? Oh, and she just tried to stab me in between my ribs. A little knife in between my ribs, huh, Shanna? That's smart of you. Okay, so I love the name Shanna, don't you guys? Shanna. I'm going to have a child and I'm going to name her Shanna. Shanna. Ooh. Shanna. Shanna. It just rolls off the tongue. Shanna. Shanana. Shanana. I have a banana. It reminds me of Shanana. Yeah. Let's go to the beach and have a Shanana banana. Oh my god. Enjoy your burrito, Rione. Rione. My god. This is when people are like, is she drunk? I don't see any wine, so or mead. But anyway, hopefully these are my wine codes. So anyway, we left the wine store to form Andromeda because like we're super cool and like super platonic and like you can have like platonic super soulmates. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, and that's me and Gary V, okay? And yeah, and he's related to my cousin Carrick, okay? But like anyway, right. Carrick's a little bit more Super Saiyan than Gary, so Carrick's like the Super Saiyan version of Gary V. So like see how like they're like both higher selves to each other and they're both here to protect each other. That's sort of basically how it works. So the girls started getting arrested first because they started to go against me in a very big way and they started to like argue with me, say that I'm not smart, like this whole narrative that like I'm a dumb blonde, even though I graduated when I was literally a sophomore. When did you graduate, Stacy? You probably graduated at a normal time, right? I graduated when I was 16. I graduated college in 2 years, like, and I got a job at a Fortune 500 company. So I don't really know where your dumb blonde narrative even came from. Okay, Stacy. So like remember that you're literally the goddamn fucking problem in the room and not me. And so they just started arguing back and like saying like I'm not talented, I'm not smart. They're, like it's not me, it's upper management saying this when like upper management like loved me, okay? And a lot of upper management actually wanted to marry me. Hi, James. Remember me? Yeah. James was like super in love with me and was like, I don't know, can I make her my mistress or maybe I can marry her or something like that? I don't know. Like, um, I mean, I'm married to Leonardo DiCaprio, but let me ask Leo what he thinks about that, James, and I'll get back to you. I mean, who are we talking to here? Like, that's how ridiculous humans are, and they think they're freaking they look at me in the strategy of an org chart, right? They look at me in the context of an org chart, not that she is the holy one. Like, oh, she is this person in the org chart, right? Like, let's be honest, let's be serious here. You know, I'm the dictator. I'm pretty sure I gave the story of the dictator on here. Again, I don't remember all of my videos, and like, I don't go back and rewatch them, but I think I talked about when I started channeling like Claire and Gigi group on here, and my brothers were like, "Give us back our dictator, give us back our dictator," and like talking about like me not reading the teleprompter and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I recorded on here, but even if I didn't, who are we talking to? You're talking to the energy in the room, okay? Stacy, like, I cannot think of like some like I think pretty much Stacy is the biggest dumb blonde in the room, and she actually is blonde. So there you go. You're talking about yourself. You were warning yourself, Stacy. Like you, like always. You guys are always warning yourself. So um yeah. So how Andromeda was formed and why we are taking over the planet with a space invasion is because of people like Stacy um, that are absolute fucking idiots and that call Queen God a dumb blonde in her own video game. And that's when like anyway, so like I was like still getting like attacked by like lower 4D during all that time and whatever. And that's like as above, so below. Like that's when it actually correlated because like you were so fucking mean to me and then it would turn into like these lower 4D experiences in dreams, which are not dreams, they're just different realities. And that's always like treason against the one molecule. Like who are you talking to? You're talking to the one molecule right now. And you're probably looking like this at the screen because you're like, holy shit. So that's basically how Andromeda was formed. That's when I got abducted and my seeds got taken to start seeding Andromeda with the Anunnaki line. So that means that the Andromedan aliens were there before, but it was like a seed planet with extra energy. And then they need the queen's energy to be fully inhabited by the queen. And like that's when the consciousness exchange started happening between the Milky Way and Andromeda. And if you're not smart, you're not going to understand me and you're going to ask this to be over explained. And I'm not going to do that. Okay. I'm not going to over explain it. If you need this to be over explained, go to Gigi Young and let her over explain it to you for 3 years, 3 years, for literally for 3 years, right? Didn't she explain the A sphere to you for 3 goddamn fucking years? Talk about stupid. Talk about a low IQ. You need the same fucking video explained to you for 8 years probably for 3 hours a day. Like, what's the atmosphere? How did I get here? Like, you're an idiot. That's how you got here. I just split a bunch of people again. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I just split in half again. So a bunch of people are just split just from me talking, okay? That means you're turning into two separate people, two completely different people. One up, one down, okay? You get to choose which one you want. So, go ahead and have a panic attack about it. Go ahead and have like a freaking, conniption fit about it. Whatever you want to have, okay? Becky, like I literally do not care. You're a blip in a video game. You're about to be blipped for reals. For realsies though, okay? So we have the pink aliens, the girl I just said why the girls started to get abducted first. And the solution was they got their Andromedan higher self, and then whenever they started to argue against me, it would activate their Andromedan higher self, and their Andromedan higher self would then arrest their lower human self. That's when the human self acts like a lower self. Again, it can go both ways. Where's that? Where's my map? Okay, so this is the map right up. So this is your higher self, Palladians. And then you go like this. Oh my God, now hell is your higher self. Okay. Like, I mean, it's amazing how dumb people are. And then like, oh, here's future Earth, right? Now future Earth's your higher self. Oh, here's ancient Egypt. Now ancient Egypt is your higher self. Like it's like you're dumb. You're dumb, humans. You're dumb. Okay? And I'm so tired of it. And like, I wouldn't say this at work. You guys know me by now. Like, I would just totally be like, you're dumb. Okay, I know this is really hard for you. And like, you're like 3D world, and you're like, this needs to fit into American physics. This doesn't fit into American physics. Like, Rob's like, you're saying it right now at work over walls, and we thank you. Like, right? We had to prove that like there was no walls last year to like get over the fact that like we're literally all in on it and we're literally all having these conversations literally every single freaking day. So, yeah, so the boys are going to get so that's what happens with the girls. They get arrested when they go against themselves and they can no longer argue with themselves, and then they started saying, "Okay, I can't argue against it, but I can ignore it." And then that sent you into the lower sphere recycling center called the core of the earth, and that caused the northern lights to pop, right? Because it goes like this. So here's the core of the earth, and then you guys all go in and you're all different beautiful colors. And so all of your beautiful colors pop and then they go out like this. And then there was the northern lights in Pennsylvania and New York and everywhere, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't here because I'm in Antarctica, right? So even though it says I'm in New Jersey, I'm actually here, right? So the lights, so you guys all got recycled. What? I think that was my boyfriend. Calm down, you're in on it. Um, they're like, Ryan, leave her alone. Anyway, that's when the northern lights go down and they cover the earth, right? So it goes down like this. So the energy goes down to trap you in to the earth's core, and then it pops you in the colors, and then the colors come out, right? Then you get recycled, and you guys call it going to heaven. Why are you talking about going to heaven when you're still on earth? Wasn't that your complaint last year? Weren't you guys saying that last year? She says that all these people die, but like they're still alive on earth. When like you actually called it core of the earth freaking heaven? Do you guys even hear yourselves? Like, so, the boys are getting arrested now and their eyes are going to turn so the girls, because they say they can ignore it, so you guys can't ignore this, okay? So we're assuming that the boys blue color, it's going to be like blue, light blue sparkly, because the girls is light pink sparkly, and it actually goes up in intensity to like magenta bright sparkly, and that is what I call the Alex color. So like think of like the girl YouTuber Alex, HRH, like her intensity. And so it's like an intensity scale. So like Gigi's like a lower intensity. So like she's a lighter pink, and then it all goes all the way up to Alex. It also correlates to Alex, my Alex, okay? It's the same flavor, same essence. And the same thing is going to happen with the blue. So it's going to start like a lower intensity, light blue, light sparkly blue, and then it's gonna go up to like really bright sparkly blue, like cheese touch blue. Um, Again, the cheese touch blue is Alex's color, same thing, right? So, and we're gonna see how that arrests people, and I think it's like when they want to ignore it. Um, it's my will, so I'm hoping to God that's what the fuck it means. You can't ignore it. You have to freak it. You can't ignore this. This is happening. How many times do I have to fucking say that? You cannot ignore it. You have to deal with it straight ahead and put me in my fucking castle and take care of the holy people and stop treating us like regular people. We're not regular people. And then the sparkly blue and the sparkly pink together are going to make sparkly orange, right? Because blue and pink make orange. No, they don't. They make purple. They make the crown. Yes, they do. They make the crown color. Yes, they do. They make purple. My eyes are going to be purple. Yes, they are. Sparkly, bright purple. Again, it can go up and down in intensity. Same fucking thing. You always need everything explained to you like you're 2 years old. That's another reason. That's something. That's another thing. Like you think you're special. You need things over explained to you, right? You're a little pixel. You need things over explained to you, right? Little pixel. You're so important. You need this all over explained to you. I serve you, right? My name's God. Hi, my name's God, Alyssa, and I serve you, right? You need it all over explained to you because you're that special. Again, you're more special than the crown. Oh my God, that's going to affect your life. So yeah, Okay. So yeah, so we get to see what the sparkly purple one does as well. Guess who the sparkly purple one is? It's my Rainbow Kids color. Yes, it is. Okay. It's Tim and Ezra's color. Because you need it all spelled out for you. Because you can't do stupid freaking simple math.